Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of Super Rugby Pacific. This one an exciting contest, 4 versus 5, Blues versus the Hurricanes. Now it is taking place from Eden Park. Both sides looking strong for this contest. The third game in a row that we are covering on the channel for today. Just finished that matchup between the Crusaders and the Waratahs, which the Crusaders were able to get themselves the victory. So far the trend has been both home sides have won today. The Blues are at home at Eden Park. Wonder whether or not that trend will continue. Looking through at their starting lineup, it will be Ofa Tuangafasi alongside Ricky Riccatelli and Nipolulala. In the front row, Patrick Tuipulotu and Cameron Suafua. The locking duo, Kiriwani, Adrian Choate and Hoskins Tutu. They're at number 8. Finley Christie at 9 with Harry Plummer 10. Caleb Clark, Bryce Heem gets a start at 12. Excited to see what that man can do as inside centre. Rico Ioane on his outside. Mark Talia and Zahn Sullivan, the last man in the starting side. Then for the Hurricanes, Xavier Numia, Safa Moore, and Tyrell Lomax. James Blackwell and Isaiah Wakaliawiri will be the lock-in duo. Caleb Delaney, Duplessis Karefi, and Artie Savia, the loose forwards. Then Cam Roygaard, sensational player so far throughout this season. He will be starting at number 9. Aidan Morgan 10. Then Kenny Naholo out on the left wing. Geordie Barrett and Billy Proctor, a dangerous combo in the midfield. Julian Savia, the bus, out on the right. And Josh Morby comes in as fullback. And also we're going to go the Blues, says Tioa in there. And also what a win yesterday for the Highlanders. Yesterday, says PSG. And go the Blues, says Canolio. Oh, that's a shame. It's raining. That's really annoying because once again, I feel like a game that had potential of being an absolutely awesome one. Now, I just had to make sure that wasn't playing through the PC. Now might be a little bit, I guess the perfect word to use is dampened by this one, unfortunately, with the weather the way that it is. Hopefully it doesn't affect the running rugby too much, although it does mean for the forwards, perhaps there's a little bit more of a chance of getting involved in the action. Like I've said, whoever wins this game, it's important because whoever wins it probably books himself close to that home final. It's exactly what they will both be going for. One moment, we will go like this and like this. Looking at the odds for this contest, relatively close overall for who is going to be able to get themselves the victory. But I would say, I mean, the Blues at home are a very strong side. So I would say that they've probably got a pretty decent crack of going on and getting themselves the victory here. But the Hurricanes away from home are certainly a tough side. No matter where they are playing, the yellow kit stands out like a sore thumb. And Geordie Barrett, very important in this contest. But we are just about underway, ladies and gents. We are just waiting for the players to get out onto the field in the rain. And boy, does it look wet at the moment, unfortunately. I'm mentioning that Dalton Papali'i under suspension at the moment, so he will not be there in that loose forward trio. Just making sure, yep, Wi-Fi good. I just had to make sure because it was playing up just a little bit ago, unfortunately, but $1.47 favourite the Blues versus $2.70 underdog the Hurricanes. Now, both of these sides, I think, could end up being relatively close by the end of this contest. I'll move that down. Oh, not that much. There we go. Anyone who didn't see the last live stream, we did have George with us, so we had to change the setup just that little bit, which is why it looks a bit different now. And you don't go to any Super Rugby games. No, I don't. I have been covering a lot of them on the channel, but I have actually never been to a Super Rugby game, I don't believe, other than maybe when I was extremely young. But I thought that that was possibly a provincial game between Otago and Canterbury rather than Crusaders Highlanders. Angus Gardner going to be in charge of this one. He's looking like he's loving the wet weather. Not a nice day to be out there on the park, but it means that there's going to be a bit of running rugby. Why? Because I'm always commentating them. But also, wherever the games are, normally it's about a 2.5 hour travel to be able to get to them. And I guess just because of where they are and what we do, it just makes more sense to be able to be here because the thing is, if you go to a rugby game, definitely if it's a couple hours away, we're probably going to either stay the night or drive down afterwards. That takes away any other live streams that we may have been doing on that day because of the timing. So, yeah, with the amount of live streams that we normally do. It just means that it's too tricky. Timaru, a little bit further south. Penalty try, says Kerr. Tell you what, you'll be loving the Hurricanes in this game. I think they've got... I mentioned that I thought the Blues would win, but the Hurricanes, they've got a good chance because they don't mind a bit of wetness. I mean, at the end of the day, it takes a bit of water to make a hurricane, doesn't it? I think. Maybe. Oh, Geordie Barrett having a slide out of there like he was a penguin to get out of that breakdown, but we are now underway, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have had a good day so far, Kerr. Even though it's only just begun, hopefully you got yourself a nice big breakfast. We've got a new trip planned, Kerr, as well. By the way, that last live stream, we had Isaac on for the second half. We're planning a trip to Christchurch next weekend to go and see him. Now, a nice step from Caleb Clark. Wetness always good, says Kerr. It always adds a bit more of a evening factor, doesn't it? That either side could play well in the wet. Finley Christie now goes back to Harry Plummer, who puts it high. There's actually already an injury here. I'm trying to look, and I think it's Xavier Numia who is down. Kenny Aholo. Ball's gone through his hands. And Kerr ready for the Hurricanes lose, says PSG. Nice wide pass to Caleb Clark. Missed tackle from Geordie. Zahn Sullivan now gets up. Moves to 40 metres out. This is an intense first couple minutes of this contest. Finley Christie, a little knock on the ground. And the Hurricanes are going to have the scrum. Yeah, Xavier Numia looks like he's done his shoulder. Now, the thing is, if you're off the bench, like, you're sitting there as Taveta Mafaleo thinking, I prepared for only a little short amount of time out there on the park. Oh, yeah, Tui Pilotu got him right on that part, I think. Would have stung a bit. Both Barretts playing. Sadly not. We've only got a Geordie in this game. The other Barrett, Bowden, he is arrested for the Blues, and he won't be coming off the bench in the contest either. We're already seeing drinks being run out onto the field. Looks like Julian Savia might have hurt himself. This is not looking good for these two sides. Injuries all over the place. Right. Xavier Numia looks like he's going to continue this match. Julian Savia's got a sore elbow, I believe it is, or hand. They'll have to keep an eye on him as well. They can't really afford to make their subs as of yet. I do the Highlanders versus Blues next week. So Blues Highlanders is a tricky game because I believe it's happening up north, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So, I mean, I see the Blues doing decently in that game. The Highlanders normally don't travel too badly. They just don't seem to find their momentum at Eden Park, it would seem. Definitely basing it off the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final not too long ago. Go the Blues, says Christopher Dixon. Ball's gone out the back. Roygaard now gives it off to Barrett. Morgan looping around the outside. Oh, Savia's done. That does not look good. Julian Savia's shoulder is busted up. And, he's no good. He's not going to be able to continue. And I think Kenny Naholo literally said to him, oh, there's a bit of wrestling going on between Duplessis Karifi and Adrian Choate. Oh, they've given it out to that wing again. Kenny Naholo, fair play to him. He doesn't normally pass, but he knew he didn't want to go on the outside to Julian Savia, who's holding his arm pretty much dangling at the moment here. Moving up to the halfway line. It's going to be the advantage now to the Hurricanes. Offside as well from Ofa Toingafasi. Wide cutout pass goes to Safa. Down the wing, big fend on Bryce Heem. Decides to back himself. Morgan now just knocking it on. They will be going right back for the penalty. Jonah Nareki played amazing yesterday. Got the Highlanders so much balls. Also, we have got there Roygaard, you sexy man, says Kerr. He's a phenomenal player. The thing is, I've heavily considered getting a Hurricanes kit the last couple of weeks because the more I see their kit, the more I fall just that little bit more in favour of it. I think if I was going to get a Hurricanes kit, I would get number 9 on my back. And I mean, some would say it could be a bit of a tribute to Roygaard, but yeah, see, he just reached out and I think he just caught Caleb Clark's thigh on his leg and already started. Hello, Hamish, says Spider-Mick. Welcome in, mate. Kicked downfield by the Hurricanes. Savi has been taken off the field and now it's going to be Salisi Reasi who's made his way on. Which kind of works out because he is normally on the wing, but he maybe wasn't expecting to play 76 minutes of this contest rather than about 10. And also we've got there, who do you want to win Super Rugby? And Arg maybe hold off on buying new kits. Okay. The thing is, I was going to send you a message probably after the weekend, and I was going to say, I'm considering getting a Hurricanes kit. Do I get it, or do I just wait for the courier to show up? Because I don't know which. I assume there's a Glasgow one in there somewhere, but I'm not sure about the Canes kit yet. I have a Dasavia shoulder, tried to make the tackle, and just got it right in there. It seems like maybe, I don't think it's a separated shoulder. He might have just knocked it, but he's decided to come off the field. Finished playing Red Dead. Nice. Got through it in the end. That's a very long game, isn't it? And what time the Chiefs on? They are playing at 9:35 p.m. It's like Geordie Barrett's going to be lining up this 3 points here. And Geordie Barrett moving up in the rankings at the moment. He is sitting 2 behind Reece Hodge for the overall rankings. Right. Barrett strikes and Barrett gets it. So that will now make the score 3-0 for the Hurricanes. Does anyone know where I can get a Highlanders kit? Because I still need to honour that bet I lost. I'd recommend probably Rebel Sport over there. They normally have kits of all sorts, but what other options are there in Australia? I know that Rebel Sport's one. I can't think of too many other Australian ones. Rebel Sport Australia. .co.nz or .com.au, I should say. Okay, so they only have the New York Yankees kit. What bet did you do? And who's going to replace Beauden Barrett? Or who's going to replace him? I think they've got Peter Feder. I don't know whether or not they've got too many other players coming in, but they've got Plummer as well as another option. Might not be quite as big of a name as Beauden Barrett, but still gets the job done. Super Rugby. What if I type in that? Okay, they have the Western Force kit. The Reds, the Waratahs, the Brumbies. Yeah, so they just sell the Australian kits. Mate of mine made a bet. The Highlanders beat the Rebels last week. Then I'd have to buy a Highlanders kit and wear it in public. Nice run forward from Aidan Morgan there. Runs straight at Finley Christie. Once again, the ball slips away because of how slippery it is. Zahn Sullivan kicks it downfield. That will be advantage over Morby. Taking it well. Looks like he's going to try and kick this one back downfield behind the Blues defence, but he's found Zahn Sullivan again. It looks like he's going to have a bit of a crack with running it. Taken down nicely. Go the Blues from Vancouver, says Day. Another good tackle made. Christie goes to Plummer. But yeah, here in New Zealand, you can get them from Rebel Sport, but I don't think they ship to Aussie. That's a brilliant kick from Plummer. 50-22. He'll be loving that one. I'm not really fussed about it though. Just some sort of budget for the week. That is all. You reckon Jonesy made Wallabies back to where they are, Hemi, says Spider-Mink. I mean, it's going to take a bit of time. I think a lot of people are expecting Eddie Jones to just be able to flip him around instantly, but yeah, it's gonna take a bit. I think they'll get there in the end. They've got some great players. It's just trying to find that combination. Now Clark goes back across to Harry Plummer. Look for the offload. Didn't quite get it. Savia now picks it up. And 25 metres out from the line. Ball's available, says Angus Gardner. Looks like they're actually going to try and run this one. Aidan Morgan was in the pocket, now going on the outside. Morby sells the dummy. Doesn't quite get the offload away after my soccer tournament. Do you, me, and Reed Austin want to go temp and bowling in Christchurch, says Olification. Well, fun fact. Me, George, and Daniel at this stage are actually planning a trip to Christchurch next weekend. We're hoping to go up to see Isaac. The schedules are hopefully all going to align, and we're going to be going up on Sunday, staying the night at a hotel, and then heading home on Monday night. It's a brilliant tackle from Cameron Suafua there. And good morning again. Has George gone to his therapy appointment? Oh, knock on from Aidan Morgan again, sadly. Kicks that ball away. He's not happy. But yeah, George has gone home. I think he was going to get I think he was going to go get a cooked chicken from the supermarket. Go see Austin as well. There's olification. But yeah, Morgan did so well. Keep that ball in the field of play, but then just dropped it. That is the third time that he has dropped the ball already in the first 9 minutes. Yeah, where's Georgie? So yeah, he is headed home. But it was good to see Isaac on the stream. First stream he's been on for quite a while, I believe. And I'm still trying to work out who's the worst team, Plummer or Morgan. Well, at the moment, you'd have to say Morgan for this game. But, like, Morgan's had a decent season overall for the Hurricanes. And same could be said about Plummer. He's had some very good moments. Kicked the 50-22 earlier on. George is going to get chicken and beers, probably. Although I don't think he drinks beers. He normally drinks the slightly stronger stuff. 10 minutes in at the moment. Blues have themselves the scrum feed. They might consider using this one off the back. Big push there from the Canes, though. Driving it sideways now for the Blues. Too much movement. And they are going to go back home here, by the way. Currently multitasking, Cisco. No worries. Sure you are a very busy man. If you've got time to type it, how's the job getting on? I know that you mentioned yesterday about the paint tube buggering out. Have you managed to replace it and get it all fixed up? Ready to go? 10 minutes there. And what time is it in New Zealand right now? Please, says Falaniko. At the moment, we are sitting 7:17 p.m. So this game, then the next game starts at 9:35 p.m. Brumbies versus Chiefs. And then at 2 a.m. we're doing a Gallagher Premiership chilled out live stream like we did last week. And then after that, we have got the URC final between the Stormers and Munster. Big scrum there again. Advantage now in favour of the Blues. Talia likes his chances. He's going to be over the line. The power of the right winger. And the Blues strike first. Mark Talia gets himself the try. It didn't look like he should have been able to get through there. Just the power in the legs of Talia to go over. Go Artie, says Samuela. Mark Talia, brilliantly done. Gets himself the first try. Morgan, also Reasi and Roygard, unfortunately, was just a little bit too late to get there. He was already marking up next to the scrum, and they just couldn't stop him. And they're clapping from Falaniko there. Pick an animal to be halfback, Hemi. Who's going to be? I think we went with someone like a jackrabbit, didn't we? A little quick, snipey one. Bit of chatter. And that was sorted within 15 minutes. Can't afford downtime, but yeah, had more disasters yesterday, saw today. As well, hopefully it wasn't anything too serious, like losing a finger or anything along those lines. Hopefully you are recovering all right. It sounds flat out, but I believe you said you've got 6 or 5. It was a 7-day task, wasn't it? So you must have only a few days left, so hopefully they do fly by and you get everything sorted. Now, Harry Plummer to line up the kick. And he's got it over. 7 points to 3 now in favour of the Blues. And yay, try Blues, says Spider-Mech. I did a little bit of multitasking earlier on the Fiji and Draw Moana Pacifica live stream. I actually had my groceries arrive at about 33 minutes through the first half. So they were at the back door. Then I quickly, pretty much, soon as halftime started, went away, put them all in the freezer and whatnot. Then was back ready to go. And Moana Pacifica loses again, 47 points to 46 to the draw, misconversion at 80. The most bad luck of any time or any team in Super Rugby. Exactly right. They were so close, and Lealiafano normally would kick that one in his sleep, but it was just, just seemed too good to be true that they were able to get back into it, and it did become that way. Let's go Auckland, says Falaniko. Somewhere that hopefully I will be going in the next couple months. Kicked a mine from Zahn Sullivan. Oh, was that out on the full? No, it wasn't, but it was a brilliant kick from Zahn Sullivan. He's got a massive left boot on him. Certainly do well, maybe in an AB's jersey in the future. Probably a couple more years under his belt first. Got 9 tries so far throughout his Super Rugby career. 13 and a half minutes down in this contest, and a Safa Moore now with the line out throw. Nicely taken by Caleb Delaney. Karifi going across now. It's going to be Roygard. The big left boot. Oh, Harry Plummer just tried to control that with his foot. Didn't work out, slipped around. It's going to be inside of the 22. The question is, did he take it back? He might have touched that ball and it might be going back to inside of the 22. Or did he mess it up that badly? Right. Did it touch his foot? Oh. I don't know if it actually did touch the foot there. So he might be all right. I was a bit chicken today on the TAB Hammy. I only put $100 for the Blues to win, said Spider-Mac. Yeah, the Hurricanes, they're a good side, and definitely with the rain. I would assume if you're betting that much money, you were looking into weather conditions and everything along those lines. And yeah, it looked like it could be anyone's game due to that weather. Nice short ball there to Josh Morby, crashing forward. Good work from Duplessis Karifi to get the clean out. Roigard looking off to his right. There were about 15 men just standing there waiting, but no one was actually in a line. Now Roigard having to go searching for that ball in the breakdown. Xavier Numia goes to Adrian Choate, powering forward with the leg drive. Now that will be a penalty for sealing off. Duplessis Karifi never quite on his feet. Didn't realise it wasn't one to his team. Never on his feet when he was joining that breakdown. So that is what the penalty was for. Up against Duplessis Karifi. Disappointed about it as well. He was gone if it was going to be the quick tap. Now the Blues, they will kick this one downfield towards the touchline. Should mention when we get to the end of this live stream, we are halfway through our day of rugby fixtures, ladies and gentlemen. We have got, like I mentioned, that Chiefs Brumbies game just around the corner. The Premiership, we are doing the final. And then also the URC final at 4:30 a.m. New Zealand time. But we will be up. And then I believe that then makes it Sunday, doesn't it? I think me and George might be doing something on Sunday. What are we going to be doing on Sunday? I think we might be going out for food somewhere, possibly. That's a nice turnover for the Hurricanes. The rain really starting to pour down now. Savia going across to Geordie Barrett. Decides to go for the kick in behind. Josh Morby chasing after it. That seemed like a pointless kick. Just giving the ball straight back to Caleb Clark. Oh, big shot on him by a Safa Moore. Look to the ref straight away. That makes you think whether or not maybe it was illegal. Looks like he might be a little bit slower getting up to his feet now, Caleb Clark. After that big shot. And here we go. I'm chuckling. Oh, George wanted to do a 100 chicken nugget challenge tomorrow, I think, or at some stage in the future. Wanted to see if he could eat 100 of them, which is going to be very impressive if he does. Adi Savia not getting through the middle of the breakdown. It's kicked high. Mark Dallaire looking to get it. Does get a hand to it. It does drift into touch. Hurricanes now with another line out. And here we go. I'm chuckling, says a Blues Nate. Yeah, I hope you are doing well, Blues Nate. Currently they are in the lead. They're talking about how close the Safa Moore's shot on Caleb Clark was to being high. He got very lucky that it hit him on the chin and the neck region. Oh, the ball's gone straight through the hands of Caleb Delaney. Now off a Tonga Fussy. Bumps off one. Christie going off to the side to a Kiriwani. Karifi looking for the turnover, taken down by Adrian Choate. Him and Adrian Choate have had a fun battle today. And true, I'm on a strict diet due to rugby league fitness, says Blues Nate. So yeah, I will get to watch him eat all those nuggets, seeing as I'm on a little bit of a healthier eating. Saying that, I think I've got a Kit Kat Chunky in the cupboard that might have my name on it after the big day of rugby. Mark Dallaire now big fend off to Ricky Riccatelli, gets his knees taken out from underneath him. Christie moving up to the 22. Kiriwani taken down again by Adi Savia. Now to Rico Ioane. Good low tackle made on him. To Satutu now. 10 metres out. A little bit on an angle there for the Hurricanes. Caleb Delaney's done well to get out of that breakdown. Now Tuanga Fussy again, or in fact it was Lulala. Quick air to Clark. He was about to score and I was yawning. Now to Lee around the side. Wrestled down by Salisi Reasi. Now Christie trying to decide who to go to. It's going to be another offside advantage in favour of the Blues. They can just decide who they want to throw at the line here now. Kiriwani gets close. Where's Satutu? He's the kind of player. Or Nepo Lulala is the other guy who I think will go in there and really try and have a good crack. No advantage, says the referee. Looks like it's going to be Hoskins to Tutu. That looked like it was illegal from the Hurricanes. A little bit of a counter ruck there. So Tutu round the side. It looks close and he's over. Hoskins to Tutu scores the try. And also my son got his first try today. He's improved heaps. Running with the ball with stinging intent, says Marco. That's the main thing. Like, that was always, when we were younger, the saying run it straight is kind of, it's turned into a bit of a meme now, or like a joke, but yeah, run it straight. You'll be surprised how many extra meters you make. You just got to make sure that you're not afraid of taking that first contact, because if you are, you're always going to be running off to the side or trying to pass it. Yeah, congratulations to him, Marco. Hopefully he does continue his try-scoring ways. Must be all the practice you've been giving him. Finally, improvement. Nice drive from Hoskins to Tutu, though, to score that try. And I'm good, Hamish. Just excited and nerves kicking in. Finals tonight, says Blues Nate. Finals tonight? Is that for your league? Maybe? Or not? And thanks to the Kiwi lad, calm before the storms. And gee, how's your day going, says Nate to Kerr. And yes, here we go, Tri-Fest. I swear Uncle was really funny during Red Dead Redemption 2. Kick from Harry Plummer just doesn't quite come round enough, so that will remain at 12 points to 3. Nice thumbnail, best thumbnail. Thumbnail I see, says Brandon. Cheers, bud. I did end up going with a Kiriwani and Adi Savia for this one. First time a Kiriwani has been a thumbnail on the channel, I believe, for live commentary. He's had a promotion. I was going to go Satutu, but he had a silly haircut. It's going to be kicked off by the Hurricanes. Down towards the 22, nicely taken by Patrick Tuipulotu. Big shot coming on him by Geordie Barrett. Bit of a counter ruck there from the Hurricanes. Nothing doing though. Christie will look to kick this one downfield. Sorry, boss. URC. Oh, the fight. Yeah, sorry. I got confused. There are two big finals. The URC one, I think, is the nerve-wracking one. Gallagher Premiership Final. I'm excited for the live stream just because last week we talked a lot of, not rubbish, but we talked a lot of random stuff on it, and I feel like that was a lot of fun. So that's how that one's going to be again. How it's just pretty much going to be us regulars having a catch-up. Safa more now. Throwing the ball in for the Hurricanes on the 22. I should mention, Nate, if Kerr doesn't reply, he did say earlier on he is multitasking, so he may be away from his device just for now. Now Clark on the outside goes for the grubber, chasing after it. It rolls into touch, though. And also one time at comp, I caught an argument between Camp, and Swanson, and Uncle ended up showing other moon to Swanson, and I burst out laughing. And also, Blues, how's it going, buddy? 8:30 a.m. Already having a nightmare. 3 more days now, though, says Kerr. Oh, the coaches are not happy. Hurricanes cap. The jacket. I actually have Hurricane shorts, fun fact. Of course, I'm impartial, but I have got the Hurricane shorts. I just like the yellow. It's just the way that it goes. Kit just stands out. Go the Stormers. Shots have a team. Show them how the Southern Hemisphere do it. Boom. And yes, boss, URC main event. It's kicked high. Nicely taken by Plummer. Wrestled down by Kinney Naholo. Here we go to the park and practice running with the ball. One sidestep drills, how to fend. Ripping the ball out of there. Hansy's slowly getting better, says Marco. And that's the main thing. As long as you're seeing that little bit of improvement, and even if he's not improving, just keep on training him. He'll get there in the end. Ricky Riccatelli now. Charges at the Hurricanes defence. Harry Plummer goes for that little chip in mind. That's a little bit better. But it does go straight to Josh Morby now. Kicks it in mind. Looking for the 50-22. It's rolling forward. Stays low. Plummer just keeps it in the field of play. I think maybe going premium blonde. And getting a side lip piercing. Says Amelia there. Premium blonde. Does that mean the whole hair is blonde or just like the tips? I'm not really aware of the terms. And damn, feel you, bro. Been good today. Here's Nate. Currently the position 72% for the Blues. Hurricanes now once again losing their line, and that is somewhere where they're really struggling in this contest. The voice is disappearing. That's not good. Rico Ioane now hits it up. Christie going across now. Harry Plummer kicks it in behind. Caleb Clark chasing after it. Oh, he shoves Kinney Naholo and sends him absolutely flying. The advantage is over. It's basically like a really light blonde. Ah, okay. So kind of like almost white, but not quite. Is that kind of like real, almost like a shortcake or like a cheesecake? No, not a cheesecake. Like a shortbread was what I was thinking of. I had an issue yesterday that ended up in me getting my hands soaked in sulfuric acid. Would not advise it. What does that do to the skin? I feel like sulfuric straight away, it's going to smell terrible, isn't it? So has it like burned your hand at all, or is it just that your hand smells awful, or a bit of both? I remember when they used to play with sulfur in science at school, and it was just terrible. I'm good, olification. Hope you're all well, bud. Much love, G. Now, big run from Bryce Heem. Tackled by Duplessis Karifi again. Now, Christie. Cross to Suafua. Christie. Back across now to Harry Plummer. Puts it high to Leah, waiting for it to come down. And he's got it as well. Mark to Leah. Breaking one tackle. Duplessis Karifi might try and say that he was stopped from being able to grab that ball. Looks like the Hurricanes were able to turn it over, but they get it into touch. It's pretty grim. Okay, I'm worried now. I feel like kind of shriveled wise, or is it like smell wise? I'm worried you're gonna send a picture and I'm gonna like dry heave. 25 minutes in at the moment for anyone who is just tuning in. Good start to the match for the Blues, having more possession early. Talking to Tom Robinson at the moment. Still 9 points difference. Like they've said, almost a sudden death game. Do you got a Discord server? I do, yes. It is the Kiwi Lad server. There's just this tight-knit little group of us who are over on there. Morning, says Just Carl. Welcome in, mate. If you're excited, later on tonight, big one coming. URC final, Stormers versus Munster. Ball going in. Roygaard now. With it at the back, goes to Geordie Barrett. Just tries to crash it up towards the 22. He's lost it. Now Satutu looking to run it up the middle. Oh, he's lost it. He dropped the ball. And the Hurricanes able to pounce on it just. And Savia now looking like he's going to try and create a couple extra meters around the side of the breakdown. Roygaard needs someone in the pocket. Looks like it's going to be Aidan Morgan. This is the time that he doesn't want to drop the ball, and he has kicked it down the field. Does get it out about maybe 28 metres out from the line. A beautiful sunny but cold day in Cape Town. A big day of rugby, says Just Carl. And I'm great, thanks, says Olification, and great game, or solid game last night. Good to get the win. Oh, Hoskins Tutu just losing that one at the last moment, unfortunately. Which ended up costing him big time. One moment. We will go like this, and like that, and like that. There we go. That's the Discord link for your PSG. Should be good. Got it under a tap fast and flushed it for a good hour. It can be almost as bad. Can't be almost as bad as the current scoreline. Yeah, the Hurricanes need to get back into this, don't they? A little bit behind, but yeah, hopefully it is going to be all right. Sulfuric acid. Oh, Talia carves up the middle. That's going to be another try, Kurt. Oh, he's been clattered. I think Roygaard. Oh, is Roygaard all right? Yeah, he's all right. He wasn't the one who ended up taking the big hit. Have you uploaded the lineups for the URC final match? We certainly have, Carl. Did put them up last night. They are the one before Moana Pacific and Fiji. So it went up at about 1 a.m. last night. So I would recommend, in fact, while we're at it, even though strategically I should be like, hey, go watch that video to find out who's in the sides, I'll just show you the picture. Here we go. These are the URC finals lineups. Just like that. So strong Stormers side. They've actually got Clayton Blumikis back on the bench. Sorry if it is a little bit small, but yeah, that's who they've got. Diamani, Dion Ferre, and Evan Ruiz are going to be a massive combination in the loose forward trio, though. But they're going up against Peter O'Mahony, who's normally pretty solid. Frisch and Fekitoa midfield combo. It's gone over from Harry Plummer, I had a soccer tournament the other day and I won it. It was in Auckland. My friend Reed impressed the girls and he loved it so much. Says Olification. And also, I reckon I could hear you, yelling, go Rebels. Says Nate, and should have shown only half. That's true. I should have cut it off down the side. So he then had to watch the rest. So I should have shown Munster, because I know that he's more of a Stormers player. So that would have been strategic marketing. If you want to see more of that, check out the video. Even though I think you could just go back and pause. We're all good. It's going to be a knock on there from the Blues. Then the Hurricanes. I came third in the Naked Twister finals in Gore. Says Fluffy. Naked Twister. Now that's something that I didn't know existed, but now I'm intrigued. And I appreciate Average just go. No worries. Average, I'm getting Assassin's Creed Black Flag and GTA San Andreas this week as part of the Definitive Edition. Says Amelia K. I haven't actually played too many of the old GTA games. Vice City's the only one that I spend a lot of time on. And you would think that on Vice City, normally what people do when they're on the beach, they go around, they're looking for the ladies. I ran a bus service. I would just go up and down the beach, picking up people, taking them to their location that they needed to go, and then getting $5 from them. It was very soothing. I feel like if I ever got the better version of it on Xbox One, I would just do that. Just go around being a bus driver again. Those were simpler times. 30 minutes in at the moment. This game flying by. Roigard, though, got to get the ball into the scrum and get it going for the Hurricanes. Haven't really had too many players looking like scoring as of yet. But here comes Roigard. Short ball to Geordie Barrett. Fantastic low tackle on him. And the ball gets knocked loose in the breakdown. Seems like ball security is just a real problem at the moment for the Hurricanes. Talia driven backwards. Counter-ruck there from the Hurricanes. Not quite able to get to it. Back into the pocket. Massive left boot from Zahn Sullivan. Down the middle of the park. Slips through the hands of Josh Morby. Manages to regather though. No harm done. Back across. Whoa, I said that synchronised with Grant Nisbet. Now off to Salicia Rayasi. Breaks through one tackle. Decides to have another crack. Got hit pretty hard there by Adrian Choate. Advantage now. Choate gives away the penalty advantage. Now Isaiah Walker-Leawere breaks through one. Finds his offload to Jock Campbell. Throws the ball over the top. Here comes Roigard. And he'll score another try. The Hurricanes number 9. Maybe the bolter for the ABs. Roigard strikes between the posts. And GTA created in Scotland, just an interesting fact for your day. Oh, I did not know that. Is that why the game has so much swearing? No, sorry. Well, maybe. Blackwell, brilliant offload pass over the top to Roigard. Got to get myself that number 9 Hurricanes kit. Because he's done sensationally there. And how you try on Xbox 360 and PS3 are easily my favourite generation of consoles because video games were so much fun back then. Here's Amelia K. Brilliant try. Leon McDonald, he didn't like it. And Roigard with some emojis. Some of them a bit interesting. Although, to be fair, George spent the whole of the last live stream talking about wanking, so fits in nicely. Geordie Barrett kicks it over. That now makes the score 19 points to 10. They needed the try. They've been able to get it. If they get another one before half-time, they'll have a decent crack. Thought I'll pop into Rugby Itch and give Timmy a thumbs up, says Blues Nate. And UJB's on D-Radar. The Hamish Roigard says a Blues Nate. I used to work with a guy who was at university with the guy who created it. Whoa. See, that's the thing. It's weird to think that every video game that's out at the moment started with probably a little book or a notepad with just a few ideas. And then somehow you end up with a whole big city that you can run around in. I always used to, for some reason, I used to have a dream when I was a child. And that was that I was in a game that was based around here and up the road. And you could just you could skateboard around or you could take a car. It was pretty much just an open play thing. And that kind of is what GTA is. It's just I swear that was before GTA as well. Maybe not before Vice City, but before GTA 5. And I used to just think about being able to play a game rather than actually doing it in real life for some reason. And I was like, yeah, see you guys in chat, says Brandon. We will see you later on. And started with a challenge on a live stream, says Kerr there. Started with a challenge on a live stream. It did. Who would have thought we'd come this far? Eh? In such a short time as well. These video games are all focused on the graphics and how realistic it is, and how enjoyable it can be. And also, by the time GTA 6 comes out, the PS23 will be out. Says Amelia, that was not straight from a suffer more. His line-out game is really not helping them at the moment. I feel like maybe Fiverr may not be too, or will not be too far off, I should say. Now they have another scrum. A wonky line-out seems to be a thing of the day. Amor not getting it right, which in turn is not giving his side any momentum whatsoever. Wasn't straight. Needs to get that one right. Do Rebel Sport do customizable jerseys for Hurricanes? Out of curiosity. Just having a quick gaze. Ooh. They're on special, 10% off. Still $135. Okay, I don't think they have the option to customize it on this one, but on Player Sports they do. Different New Zealand website, I think. Not supporting bodyweight penalty goes the way of the Blues. Adi Savi, another penalty. This is not going well for the Hurricanes. They're doing well to only be 9 points down at this stage, though, because they have given away a lot of penalties. Tempted to, but a portable machine take on ship with me, says Kerr. Yeah, that's the thing. The Nintendo, or what's it called? The Nintendo Switch, that's the word, isn't it? Nintendo Switch is probably a decent one if you don't mind a little bit of a smaller screen. But then what you can do, I think you can hook it up to a TV if you get the deluxe edition, if you've got like a monitor or anything, if you want to play on a slightly bigger device. But yeah, it's like, it'll be good for just filling in a little bit of spare time. And 2021 Hurricane Stop is on offer in the UK for now 70 New Zealand dollars. Wait, is that 2021? One moment. I have a thing, which is, I think I didn't like the Hurricanes kit for a couple years until the newest one, and then I fell in love with it. What's the 2021? Yes, see, 2021, they've got it on special here for 90, but it's that 2022 onwards one. The nice, silky, the yellow's just booming off, you know? It just is so much brighter and vibrant. I love it. Now Finley Christie goes off to Bryce Heem. Nice big leg drive there from him. Kiriwani around the side of the breakdown. The Blues, they're looking to strike again here. One of my mates got a PS Vita recently and immediately proceeded to mod the thing. Have easy access to all the games. Man's a smart cookie. Here's Amelia K. Now, Nepolulala around the side. Over the ball. Great work from Artie Savia. Gets the turnover. Probably a try saver. No lag and naked twister. And there's a switch. I was looking at PC. Portable machine. Same as the switch. Says Kerr. In there as well. But yeah, like something that you can fit in a briefcase. Or like a little bag. Like a computer bag or something like that. One has gone into touch. And yeah, the 21 with the blackish swirls on it. I'm not as keen on it either. Not surprised it's dropped on price. And then you look at like 2019's kit. I don't know about you, but it just doesn't hit the same. In fact, what we're going to do at halftime is we're going to look through Hurricanes' old kits. We're going to do the same for the Blues as well, ladies and gents. We're going to get all of the pictures of the kits and we're going to rank them. Because that one is absolutely beautiful. That one, oh, Moore's blown it again. I'm not even watching the lineouts now because I know that they're not going down the middle. And it is a shame because if they could get that right, like this is probably a more, they'll be looking at this and going, is he All Blacks material with the way that this is going? And you'd have to say, if he can't throw a straight line out, it's pretty hard to get yourself that spot. And the AVs tends to overheat sometimes, says Fluffy. Did you know there is a place called Waimate North? I did. I also know that there is a street that is the same name as mine up a little bit more north because they got our whole kitchen sent to them. And how far is it from your house to Diamond Harbour? One moment. It is a 2 hour 49, or actually, no, sorry, 2 hour 40 minute drive. I actually quite like the alternative kit as well, something similar colour to Glasgow, or somewhat similar, I should say, sorry. Yeah, I feel like the Hurricanes, their black kit with the yellow trim is also just as nice. Like, if there was a competition for who's got the best kit, I feel like the Hurricanes would win in my eyes. It's a knock on there. Billy Proctor, now we know that that man's got a gas tank on him. Normally wins every fitness challenge that the Hurricanes do. Roygard now goes off to Jock Campbell. Cameron Suafor tried to get the turnover, doesn't manage it though. Not supporting the body weight penalty goes against him. Oh, that's the halftime siren. Looks like they are going to continue playing for a little bit longer though, rather than putting that ball into touch. Oh, we'll go like that and like that. There we go. And your eyes are broken if you think that kit is the best looking. Well, which kit would you pick, Grant? You can't pick the Stormers because they're not in the competition. That's beneficial. There's going to be a free kick for closing the gap against the Blues. Asafa Moore will be thanking them because he wasn't going to get that line out throw right, I wouldn't think. I guess it's probably only a kit that people who like yellow or live in Wellington or like the Hurricanes like. Because I love yellow, just in case you guys haven't realised. So that's why I like it. Looks like they're going to go for the scrum here though. The Chiefs. I mean, I like the Chiefs pattern that they have got. I will give you that. It's quite a nice swirl. And kind of like that. It's actually quite nice. I'm looking at it now. Why is it on special? It's price dropped, but the other kits are not. They don't like the Chiefs, obviously, on this thing. Right, the scrum going down now. Which New Zealand team have we missed? Oh, the Highlanders. Advantage now. Artie Savia runs straight into the referee. Almost broke through as well. If they want to take the 3, they will get within the 7. Look at Hurricanes, or look for Hurricanes alternative kit. I'll try sending Discord, but my arm's like an octopus this morning. Right, what's Geordie Barrett deciding? I think the line-out's the best option, but it looks like they're going to go for the kicking tee. Oh, yeah, to be fair, the line-outs have been terrible from them, so you can understand why the 3 is actually the better option. I'm currently looking for that Hurricanes one, essentially their 3rd kit they have. Oops, I just Googled rugby. Now Geordie Barrett lining up the kick. Should be within his kicking distance. He's normally pretty strong with the booting. Yeah, is it their away jersey you're talking about? The kind of black one? That's similar to Glasgow, isn't it? Now Geordie Barrett lines up the kick. And, just away to the side. So that will remain now with a 9-point difference between these two sides at halftime. Not exactly what they would have been after there. Also, we have got the older kits are made in China. It never happened if they adopted the naked twister kit, says Fluffy. And the Usos going to cost Roman and Solo the tag titles tomorrow. Just watch the bloodline crumble. Main event, Jay Uso going to finally re-emerge So what time is that taking place? Australian time, Amelia. I feel like that's not a bad time, is it? It's afternoon, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, currently in this contest, it is half time. 19 points to 10 between these two sides. We saw a couple tries early on from the Blues. One from Mark Talia, one from Hoskins at 2-2. And then they were able to get themselves one other try, just a little bit closer to that halftime mark. Then the Hurricanes, they have been able to get themselves just the one individual try in that first half. So they will need more in the second. But I have downloaded a few pictures of kits for rugby teams, definitely Super Rugby side. So we have got the Kiwi teams that we've got as an option. 5 a.m. New Zealand. Oh, okay, so it is a little bit early. I'm actually going to be awake at that stage. That's the fun part. Might be able to watch some of it. We'll overlap a bit with the URC final, of course. But looking through, we will start from the South Island. So that is the Hurricanes kit. Or sorry, the Highlanders kit. I should move over here, shouldn't I? For this little part. Highlanders kit. I'm not sure what the patterning means on it, but you can see that it's a little bit... I like the fact that they do that rather than just having it straight up one colour. I feel like it adds a little bit more character to the kit. So that's the Highlanders. Looking through next, heading up north a little bit more, here's the Crusaders. You can see a little bit of a pattern there as well. They've got the Southern Alps up there, which actually looks quite cool. In the red, their away kit looks quite nice as well with the yellow. Or sorry, not the yellow, with the white as that other colour. We're going to skip one team for now, and we're going to head a little bit further north for the Chiefs. They have got their Korus, I believe it is. Korus, if I remember rightly, from Māori. The Māori patterns that they have got on their kit. Quite a nice colour, goes from red to orange to that yellow, which I've mentioned I do quite like a yellow, as you guys know. Next one, the Blues. Nice kit there. A few ripples on it as well. And also Rupel's kit race. Says Luffy and Islanders, it looks tartan. Yeah, that could be it with the Scottish heritage that is connected to it. And number 9, Hamish Roigard, says Nate in there as well. One day we'll have to get him on the channel, won't we? Roigard in an interview. Against 2007, where the one of the best they brought out was the 96 one. I believe we have a chance to win the World Cup, says Spider Mech. So the next team I'm moving on to now is the Hurricanes. Now the kit that I do not like is the one that they had back in, I think it's 2019. It just doesn't have that same effect, does it? It just, I mean, I get the colour. I don't like the pattern. I feel like the yellow is not bright enough. It's kind of more of a browny yellow. And then they did have their 2021 kit, which got slightly better. You know, little bit yellower. Little bit of the swirls up the middle for the Hurricanes. Still the same sponsors. In fact, was that Adidas? Yeah, Adidas the same for both of them. Other than the fact that Sky were on their arm. It's the only change. But then they brought out an absolutely brilliant kit. The 2022 one. Look at that thing of beauty. It almost looks orange, but it is that bright yellow. You know, it's just good. That is the kit that if I was going to customize a kit, I would customize this one because it just looks good. You know, 9 on the back, Kiwi lads written on it as well. How much does that cost to do? That's probably like about $180, I would say. Ugh. Yep, $150 for the kit. Oh, medium's temporarily out of stock, so I wouldn't be able to customize that one anyway, unless there's somewhere else that customizes them. And yep, Roigard on the Kiwi lads. And sent you a Discord, says Kurt, and Great Harbour Rugby Talia has been remarkable. Yeah, he's been playing very well. I can move back to the middle now, can't I? Although I will quickly check the Discord for Kerr. What we got here? Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the... I was looking at another one for them as well, which is their black away kit. But then this is their alternative kit, isn't it? Hopefully it downloaded. There we go. We'll go like this, like that, and that, and that. And then we go here. Hopefully. Rugby Itch, would you like to come on for a bit of a post-match chat if you are still in the chat? There we go. Hello. That is the kit. See, like, that's quite a nice kit too. There's something about that kite I like. Yeah, it's kind of the diamond shape, isn't it? Kia, that's their different. I didn't realise that their main kit and second kit had different sponsors. That's quite interesting. I would have. Yeah, I guess that means whether you've got more home games or away games depends on which sponsor probably is paying more, maybe. To be honest, Kane's kit looked good on you, Amish. Says Blues Nate. And same skin tone as Homer Simpson. I have the 2021 Canes jersey. And yeah, of course, man says Rubby Itch. See, that's the thing. I feel like the yellow Canes kit, that's the bread and butter. The 2022 onwards, I don't know who designed it, but it's just bloody terrific. It's a shame that medium's temporarily out of stock on the website that I was looking at. And also the fact that it's $150 for their kit. Where else do they sell them? They sell them at Adidas, do they? Oh no, that's for the boys. They have a half price one with free delivery from a random site that I've never heard of. That's slightly concerning. Oh, what's that? Oh no, the Highlanders actually do have a website that has their jersey on it. Oh, get a free Hurricanes book with all orders, plus spend $100 and get a free Hurricanes scarf. Oh, there you bloody go. Although you still can't customise it. And so the place I frequently order from doesn't do names on the back, but Canes 2022 kit is currently 75 New Zealand dollars. Is that Champions of the World, Kerr? Is that the website that you're on? Where else sells them? I'm trying to think. There's like a place that advertises Royal or Royus is a store in New Zealand that do kits. I think Crusaders have two jersey sponsors, Hyundai and Fiji Airways, I should say. Did they change the 2023 kit compared to the 22? Yeah, they did a little bit. They no longer have sky on the arm. Rios. Oh, personalised printing. Name. No, I can't do it. Yeah, let's go, Timmy. In fact, no, I'm going to do it just to see what they say. Do they have they just have 9 on the back? Sent the link on Discord. Fashion Crimes. Preview the printing. Oh, yeah. I just want to see how much they charge for the printing side of things. Okay, so it's $185 for the kit with their name on it. That's not happening for me. Hamish don't have that much money. I'll check the Discord link. Currently half time for anyone who is just tuning in. Rugby Heaven. I've never heard of Rugby Heaven. Oh, yeah. I've never heard of this website. Rugby Heaven. Do they do just all rugby things, I assume? I'm going to add them to my favourites to have a quick gaze at it later. And send me the link if you find somewhere that prints it. Hard to find places that print in the UK. I mean, there's this one. One moment, I'll go back in a tab. It's weird, isn't it? Because most places just sell the kit, but then not many places actually sell the customization. And the ones that do normally have it sold out. But I found this one that does customization. Although it's weird because it comes through saying the 2022 jersey, but it's actually the 2023 jersey. I didn't realize they had it. Like, I guess it's just the difference on the arm. Super Rugby Pacific and whatnot. Second half, not too far away. Where's Barrett for the Blues? He is resting for this game. The only time I got my name on the jersey was my school leavers rugby jersey, says JSP. Yeah, I'm a little bit the same, although not for the rugby. We got our names on the back of our leavers high school jerseys. So, like, everyone got one just for being in the year. So, I think mine was, it's red and grey, I think, if I'm not wrong. Something like that. It's still in my wardrobe. Maybe I should have it out. Although that would tell you which school I go to. Or went to. I don't go there anymore. I'm a bit old. And my mum still puts my name on all my kits, says Fluffy. Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like it gives that little bit of extra. Like, imagine Kiwi Lads 9 on the back of one of those. Like, that just, you get it more personalized. The hardest thing is picking what to put on the back, I think. Like, picking your number and picking what you actually want the name to say. Because, like, you could go last name, of course, but then, like, number-wise, always hard to pick a number. Well, I think out of everything, I'd be a 9, just because I'm not quick enough to be out on the wing. I'm not big enough to be in the forwards. I'm not tall enough to be the lock. I'm not strong enough to be in the centres. I talk enough to be a 9, I guess, but I don't really talk in big situations like that. My mum, I read that one. It was quite funny the other day because, like, the last time I went on big, like, a school trip or a holiday or something, like, of course, your mum normally writes your name on the tag and everything like that. But, like, yeah, I was going to ask mum and dad if they were going to put their names on their shirts going to Fiji and then realised that they were adults and that was something we used to do. And corrections, put my name on the kit. They gave me to. Says Fluffy. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? The way that the customization works. That's a nice river where that man was. Richie Moonga's kid had a Crusaders jersey with the name and number on the back, says JSP. Because tell you what, we're going to have a vote, ladies and gentlemen, just in the chat. We're going to say with or without. Do you guys feel that a kit for a Super Rugby team, if you're buying one for yourself, do you feel that it looks better with like a name and number on the back or without and having it completely blank? Which one do you prefer? Because for me, I think I prefer having something on the back just because it fills it in a little bit more. Whereas, I mean, if you want just the authentic, like you're having it more to look at than anything, you probably go without it. Just in case you changed your mind about which number you wear and whatnot. Gonna be careful, sewing monograms on Naked Twister kit, says Fluffy. Yeah, that'd give you a different type of pins and needles, wouldn't it? Without, says the Snooze. In fact, I might be able to find it. There we go. I've got a picture of it without. With name and number 24. With your own name. It depends on the top for me, design and colours. Are they used for printing as well, says Kerr. True, because if they don't print it the same as the actual players, it would look a bit weird. All my replica jerseys have no names on the back, says JSP. And with a name and number sells more, it promotes the players in the game, says Junior Ryder. It's a good way of looking at it as well. And like it gives people that feeling of I'm on the team now because I've got my kit. Like this is the back of the Hurricanes kit and it looks fine. Like it actually... To be honest, this is one of those kits that probably, I mean, it looks good with and looks good without. And then that's the front of it. Isn't it beautiful? It's a lovely kit. And Stade Francais kit, for example, gets ruined by the name and number. Whoops, I didn't mean to leave that up. How do I get that down? There we go. Yeah, so some kits, depending on the design on the back, look better with numbers and without. 70% possession almost for the Blues throughout that first half, which is pretty tough to be able to go against. And also, as Big Red playing, he is not. He was on the bench, unfortunately. And sent another pick, says Kerr. One moment. Looks nice, doesn't it? Although I feel like that's not the exact type of writing that they use, is it? Because I was looking at that as well and thinking they'll probably make the 9 a bit bigger and the Kiwi Lads a bit more thick. But yeah, that's the dream. One day we'll make it happen. Chiefs all day, says Tame. Yeah, they've been fantastic throughout this season, only losing the one game. They have got the Brumbies game just around the corner. The second half now just about underway though, ladies and gents. Getting ready to get underway. Right, predictions for the first try scorer, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mark Talia's got a real crack with how well he's been playing. I've still got that kit open on my side. I'm going to move it. Number, no names. Oh, okay, so you go number but without a name. I guess that's actually a good point because you look at the players out there, they do not have their names on it. It is just a number 9 at the back, isn't it? It's going to be kicked high. Nicely. Oh, no, not nicely taken by Plum. He actually got wrestled down, just staying in the field of play. Sport Manchester United for the Premier League, and I brought 2 jerseys with the numbers and name, number 7 Ronaldo and number 6 Pogba. I just think it's better with the name and the number. Says Junior Ryder. Sonny Bill playing. He is not. He's probably in the commentary somewhere for this weekend. Roigard now back with the ball in his hands. Going across now to Duplessis Karefi. Ball available again. Lomax down. You're already at a yellow top with Q lads anyway, says Kerr. That is true. I've been very spoiled, haven't I? With the hippo on the front. That's actually sitting over there nicely on that chair. At the moment, next to me, Mark Dallaire. Our best wing going around in New Zealand, says Joe Webby. And also Chiefs at one time had their names on the back, says JSB. And I think they were looking at, they trialled it for England, didn't they? They had the player names on the back just to trial, see if people enjoyed it. A big charge down from Delaney. Is Buddenberg playing? He is not. He is having a spell. Nice since I bought it, Aidan Morgan. Hurricanes need to be the first team to score in the second half. Xavier Numia. Oh, slammed down onto the turf by Kiriwani. Big shot there on Billy Proctor. It's a massive problem in the breakdown there. There were players leaning all over the place. Now Zaya Wakaliwiri on the halfway line now. This is pretty much to decide who has 4th place at 1 round to go. And the Munster match today, it certainly is. Players have their names on the back in Super League, says JSP. So yeah, it just seems to be dependent. I hope that they never do what they did for the Rugby League World Cup though, because that looked terrible, having players with number 85 and 76 on their backs. Like, it just was so confusing. And Hamish, do you think Super Rugby should have a retro round and all the teams wear a retro jersey? That would be quite cool. I know that they have a round where all of the players wear their socks from their original clubs that they used to play for. Big run from a Safa Moore, tackled by Cameron Suafua. Now Roigard, inside ball, goes up to Reasi, another offload to Proctor. Taken down by Offa Tuangafasi. He was sent away by Geordie Barrett there. Tuangafasi will remember that one. Morby with the nice carry moving up to the 22. Now back off to the left-hand side. Moore in behind, goes to Lomax. Big crash and carry from him. We've hardly seen him in the first half. Tuipolotu, good work from Roigard to milk that advantage. Nice step as well, almost through. Thought about the offload, gives it off to Xavier Numia. He gets held up. Now gets the legs driving. Cameron Suafua has to try and roll away here. No advantage. Another one for not rolling away. Blues might have to be careful not to give away a yellow card here. Proctor goes off to Barrett. Duplessis Karefi. Tackled by Rico Ioane. Close to the touchline. Still in the field of play though. Now Moore going across again. Tuipolotu is tackled. Back across now. Geordie Barrett tries to grubber him behind. Little bit of space. Here's Arn Sullivan slides onto it. And now they'll go back for the penalty advantage. This is an easy 3 if the Hurricanes want it. And where's Queenie going, bro? Is she shining up George? No, they are. They are chilling at the moment. I think they were having tea, Isaac and Queenie. But we are hopping on a call with Isaac straight after this stream to try and work out hotel for next weekend. So I think it's going to be me, George, and I think Daniel is going to be bringing his girlfriend. So we'll probably go with 2 separate rooms in that case. And yeah, should be fun. Going up to see Isaac. Do probably a whole heap of random stuff. Go go-karting, mini golfing. They could have an uglier jersey combining the colours of the unions that make up the franchise. So the Canes will be black, yellow, green, white, blue, red, and light blue, says JSP. Kicked. Oh, Barrett's missed again, but it's come back out to him. He's claimed it. This might be a sneaky set play for the Hurricanes. Artie Savia now claims it. Now Roigard going across here. I kind of hope they score now just because it would look quite cool to have it bounce off the post. And then it continues the attack. Now Geordie Barrett crashes at the line. Adrian Choate, you can see him jackling every breakdown he gets the opportunity to have. That's going to be nice work from Caleb Delaney. Oosh having a bros getaway weekend. That is slightly the plan, yes, although we are going to have the girlfriends of the two with relationships there as well. So pretty much just a catch-up, I guess you could say, with the boys going away after a hectic Super Rugby season. The good news is there's no live streams on that Sunday or the Monday. So we'll be doing the live streams through Saturday and then heading to bed, getting up, heading away for a slight holiday. Hopefully next week's streams we'll have some halftime package openings. Says Kerr there with the devil horns. You didn't get the Kiwi Lads Hurricanes kit, did you, Kerr? It's like 185, not even including shipping. I feel like I'm going to get a ball, or those little balls in the mail at some point. Was it Borthwick's balls? No, that's the English coach's name. Whose balls were they? And the very first Stormers kit was truly horrendous, says Grant. It's going to be a tight fight for that 8th spot. If Reds lose next week against the Drua, they're out of the 8th, says Junior Ryder. Will Munster win today? It's going to be very tough, don't get me wrong. But if they can play like they did up against Leinster, they've got a little bit of a chance. Line out throw here for Ricky Riccatelli now. Every line out for Asafa went wrong in that first half. Let's see whether or not Riccatelli does continue that trend. Tuipulotu takes it nicely, is sacked. Can't get that rolling maul going from here. He gets back to his feet. I swear that that's not allowed. But he gets back up and they are going to drive now. And also got no poke me eyes out with a knitting needle. And Stormers had that crazy wave looking logo too. It's going to be going back for another penalty to the Blues. Christie running to the mark, considering the tap decides against it. Changing the bind in the maul. Although, yeah, it was interesting because Tuipulotu lost his footing and then got back up and then started the maul. So I always thought if you went down, then you had to disengage and then have the next guy go forward. Harry Plummer now kicking this one downfield. Goes to about the 25 metres out from the line now. Blues, they have still got a 9-point lead. Remembering that Jordie Barrett has missed 2 conversions in this half. In the last 10 minutes or so. Still absolutely bucketing down with rain. Closing the gap. Penalty goes the way, the free kick goes the way of the Blues now. Something's wrong if Talia's not picked in the AB, says Amazing One. Yeah, see, he's been doing very well, Mark Talia. As long as his defence holds up the way that, like, he's been improving it, that's the one part of his game that I think they're looking at and going, we need that to be a little bit better. Because on attack, he is absolutely phenomenal. One of the best in the country at the moment. But it's that defence. And so far, it's been all right in this game and also throughout the Super Rugby season. I know last year it was questioned quite a bit. Google Western Stormers kit. It's like someone had trifle and then vomited it on a rugby jersey. Western Stormers kit. Images. Is it that multicoloured old school 1998 one? Is that the right one? Harwick balls, that's the name. I knew it was someone's balls. Yeah, at a guess, I assume that some of those are probably going to end up arriving at some point, at a guess. That's going to be kicked ahead. Billy Proctor, he's quick. He grubbers it forward again. The ball's skidding. It's going to stay in. Billy Proctor gets the try for the Hurricanes. Like I mentioned, one of the fittest men out there, one of the quickest as well. For the Canes, they're back in this contest. Who would have thought that they would only be down by this much? That's the one, Amish. Says Grant, right, they are going to be checking this one for offside. He's got his old school Hurricanes. That's about a 2015 kit, I believe. That one was. They are going to be checking this one. And nice try, Proctor. There's Marco Vunipola. He was quick off the mark. And I would have thought, says Kerr. And also Grant, is that because they got rid of the beautiful red Disa? Finally try number 5 for the Warriors. Says Blues Nat. And come on, the Canes. Onside, try is good. And Proctor scores a proctologist. Always poking around. says Fluffy. Oh, Geordie Barrett flattened Finley Christie there. But it's a 2-2. It was a decent chase. Unfortunately, though, Proctor was just too fast. And we're coming back. Blues are going to choke like always, says Junior Ryder. Okay, they say it is the try. Okay, the Blues saying maybe there wasn't a successful put down. Geordie Barrett misses another one. This will be interesting though, because Tuipulotu walked forward. Yeah, it's interesting. Did Proctor get it down? Yeah, I'd call that a try. Go the Blues, says Jake the Woke. Oops, wrong code. Good luck the Canes. You could beat my Blues. And also Canes need to change their kicker, says Nob Mum. And yeah, boys, Canes. So yeah, Geordie Barrett has missed about 9 points worth of kicks at the moment. Good take from Caleb Clark. 4 points difference now between these two sides. Tuanga Fassi. He's been working hard. Same with Nepal Olala, the two props. Oh, that's a drop ball from Adrian Choate. Now the scrum feed going to the Hurricanes. Oh, it becomes a penalty. And up the Blues kid from the 09, says Boss Salah, and Geordie Barrett is kicking like his bro Button Barrett does. The Canes need to change their kicker. That's the thing. From where it was, I almost want to say that I might have been able to get that kick. Only just because I have terrible distance on me kicking, but yeah, he's just not quite striking them the way that he'd like, unfortunately, for Geordie Barrett. 8:20 p.m. almost here in New Zealand. The next game will be kicking off at 9:35. We will be covering that one on the channel as well. So anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We've also got a Gallagher Premiership final just around the corner and the URC final between the Stormers and the Munster. That's not straight again. It's a knock-on, though, from the Hurricanes anyway. I'm sorry, but they're going to have to take a suffer more off the field. I know they've got Fiver as the replacement who has hardly any experience, but they kind of need someone to get a throw right. And Broncos versus Warriors, 6-6 at halftime, says Tony. Now Christie. Karifi tried the charge down, didn't quite get it right. It's kicked high from Plummer. Clark taken down, maybe in the air. Referee's playing the advantage for the knock-on. Yep, penalty there. 4 being taken in the air. Jandals with the 2-inch studs. There's Fluffy. Taken in the air now for the Blues. A 3-pointer here would give them a 7-point lead, but it is a very tough kick, almost on the halfway line. They're saying Kenny Naholo did wrap his arms around, which he did. Don't forget the sock, says JSB, and Broncos scored 10 points to 6. Says Tony. Tell you what, the eyeballs are feeling a little bit tired already. We have still got another 10 hours? No. I can't do maths anymore. Yeah, it's only 10 hours. No, it's more than that, sorry. It's 10 hours. I will say 10 hours or so till the final live stream. So it's almost like getting up now. We've got the day ahead of us. Now Ricky Riccatelli. And go for this line out throw. Stephen Petafetta now on the field. Nipple Olala being taken off. There's a big yawn. Stephen Petafetta looking very confused at whether he's supposed to be out on the field or not. Now Ricky Riccatelli with this line out throw. Big opportunity here. Like this. Like that. Now driving. Told to use it once. Around the side. Ricky Riccatelli. Oh, bent over backwards. And no time for the deck head inspection in between the streams. Says Kerr. Yeah, it's only about a 40-minute break. Can you get the deck head? Can you get it inspected in that time, do you think? How long does it expect? Normally, you try and get at least 30 minutes, isn't it? Oh, that's close. He's flattened over the line. You're crawling along, says Angus Gardner. So they're going back to 5 metres out. Ricky Riccatelli wasn't too far away. Brings them back now, Angus Gardner. Right, we will go like this. We will go like this. Did Lomax go off? No, Lomax is still out there. Alright, we'll go like this, and like that. Looks like they're going to go for a scrum now. Dupisi Karifi's still out there on the field. I'm trying to work out if they've made that sub in that loose forward trio because I see Sangster's out there. Oh, someone's got something broken. Do it properly, Angus Gardner says. And then someone said, no, it's broken. So I don't know if that's a finger or something, but that doesn't sound too good. Overall, with the Hurricanes, they have still got time to get back into this contest. Only 4 points down. I think the Brumbies will knock off the Chiefs, says Junior I. They have got some very talented players, the Brumbies. That game is only about an hour and 10 minutes away from getting underway. Very exciting. I have so many SD cards. That's one thing you notice from doing YouTube and everything along those lines, recording on GoPros. You just end up, I don't know how to show them, but you just end up with, that's 6 SD cards, all different sizes. Micros in there as well. I'm going to put those over there because I'll probably lose them. That's a big scrum from the Canes, but it bounces out on the side of Hoskins, a 2-2 now. I've been told to release. It's available again for the Blues. All's available. Kiriwani, little cheeky tactics there, grabbing Adi Savia's hand in the breakdown, trying to slow him down. Now Tui Pelotu getting closer to the try line. Ball bounces out the back, around the side. Marcel Renata, he's half an inch from the line. Evening game, she's Mr. JJ, welcome in. Now Ricky Riccatelli looks like he's keen to have a crack up against his old side as well. Round, he gets closer again, just short of the line. Got numbers. They want to. Oh, Savia's popped out with it again. He seems to do that every time. Can't be losing SD cards. They're not cheap, true. Which is, knocked on from Zahn Sullivan as well. Mistake there from the fullback. He's had a pretty solid game overall. See, my problem at the moment is my hard drives. I had to send a hard drive over to Netherlands to try and recover everything off it. It's like our old hard drive that had all of the Kiwi Lads original stuff on it. The first videos that you guys haven't seen. Videos from even before that. And unfortunately, I think it's been lost in the mail because I haven't heard anything about whether it's arrived. So I think that hard drive, sadly, is just lost, which is everything that we had from like 5 years, which is a bit of a shame. Now the scrum feed. Looks like Lomax is now making his way off the field. Savia taking some deep breaths here. He's been working hard. He's pretty much saved the Hurricanes 2 or 3 times in the last little while. And both have been right on the goal line, like 5 metres out. Heartbreak for Moana, says the Wayne. Yeah, it was a shame for them. 46 points they managed to score and they still didn't come away with the victory. It just sometimes says when it's not your day or you're unlucky, like it's just very tough to get that victory. But when they do finally get it, I'm sure that it will be a pretty awesome feeling for them. Brett Cameron now onto the field. Doesn't matter who wins for the finals, says Hanoi. So these teams are currently ranked 4th and 5th, so it may be a home final on the line between these two teams. Roygaard goes off to the left-hand side to Brett Cameron. Skip past. Billy Proctor does put it down. Knock on there from Mark Talia. Are they going to call it? Whose knock on are they going to go with? Knock on from the Hurricanes first, then the Blues, and it is going to be a scrum feed now for the home side. "22 minutes remaining. Tonight, Mark Talia has already had himself 2 tries, 70 metres made as well. I see him looking absolutely soaked. We haven't really seen him, to be honest. I thought he was going to have a big game at inside centre, but I think I've seen him twice. And one of those times he was dropping a ball, sadly. Salisi Reasi out on the field a lot longer than he was anticipating, that is for sure. Now the scrum again. Finley Christie to feed that ball in. The scrum may be a little bit more stable now that they've made those changes. Although I still feel Asafa Moore might not be a bad choice to get off the field just with where they're sitting at the moment. Ricey now good carry up to the halfway line. Tutu looking for the pass. Goes loose. Kicked forward by Kenny Naolo. Now it's Clark versus Barrett. And Clark manages to jump on that ball inside of the 22. That was a bit high from Billy Proctor. Probably lucky not to end up with the penalty against him. And probably he's still banned him. He is indeed. I believe he's still got another week left. Maybe. So he may be back by the semi-final. Oh, sorry, the quarterfinal. I think he should also be back by. Now the Blues. This one high. It's Finley Christie. Almost hits Sangster's hands. Does manage to go into touch. Great clearing kick from Finley Christie. That extra pressure that the Hurricanes are now just putting on them. It's kicked forward. Great work from Caleb Clark though, to put the body on the line, to be willing to jump forward face first towards a Geordie Barrett boot. Something not many people will do. Do you think that Cam Roigard will go with the All Blacks to the Rugby World Cup? I would have him in there. If I was in charge, he would be one of my options. It's just whether or not the All Blacks will. To be honest, my halfbacks are Smith, Weber, and Roigard. Christie's been decent, don't get me wrong, but for me, I just see more potential in Roigard. And maybe that's because the Hurricanes have been playing so well at times. So he's been able to help them progress forward, but he just doesn't really do anything wrong. It's up to Foster who he picks. Says Spider McNeil on Franks. Gives it off to Brett Cameron. Ball on the outside to Billy Proctor. Another Salad dummy. Anton Segner though able to tackle him 40 metres out. Blues halfback high IQ player. Says Tony there. And he has been in there before, which is why they'll probably pick him over a Roigard. Cameron now goes back to Salisi Reasi. Kanina Holo tries to step through. Stephen Perifeta still on the side of the Hurricanes currently. Adi Savia still out there, going off to the right-hand side to Kanina Holo. Risky to have him run straight at Caleb Clark, so close to the touchline. Now back across to the left to Vera Mafaleo. Almost could have been out there on the field in the second minute of the game, the way that Xavier Numia did get injured early. Duplessis Karifi now drops the head. They aren't really making a huge amount of meters at the moment here, the Hurricanes, but they are continuing to just try and keep the ball alive. Through the middle there, Rico Ioane wins the penalty for the Blues. Saw the opportunity. Sangster was out of position. And that's going to be another penalty. Go. 18 minutes remaining. It's close. It's almost too close. Another 3-pointer, though, that would be quite ideal for the Canes, just to put us within 1 point, but I believe that they would go for more than that 3 due to, great low tackle made by Duplessis Karifi on Kiriwani, off to James Tucker, moving up to the 22. Good legs right. Few post-contact meters made. Perifeta looping around the back. Nice inside ball to Zahn Sullivan. Nice set play from the Blues. Now Christie goes quickly off to the right-hand side. Here comes Rico Ioane. Savia counter ruck. Gets wrestled down. Brilliant work there from Kurt Eklund. I think he's got a judo background or something, because he is very good at taking people down. Where's TJ? He is injured at the moment. Injured for the whole season. DJ Perenara. Now around the side. 1 metre out from the line. Adi Savia. This is either going to be a penalty for the Hurricanes or a penalty for the Blues. Oh, it's actually ended up being neither. It sounds like a solid effort by the Canes at the Blues home ground. Hamish, yeah, they're doing pretty decently. That rain was definitely the evening factor for these two sides and made it so that it could have been anyone's game, which I feel like was the case before the rain. Now going short side. Big tackle made from Brett Cameron to Leah now over the line. And that'll be his hat trick. He just keeps scoring. Mark Talia every time he gets down the wing. Another one. And another one. And another one. 3 tries for Talia. Solid hat trick. 10 tries for the season. He's starting to get up there a little bit in terms of those rankings. And penalty try, almost. It was close. Only a couple metres out. Artie Savia trying his absolute best to hold that ball in there. And 22-27 final score. Okay. What about 22-26? Or it would have to be 27-20. 20. Now I've confused myself. Did try for the Blues. Says Connor was indeed Leon McDonald, a happy man. Damn it, says Kerr and Webber over Smith. Any day of the week, says Mr. JJ. I'm a little bit the same, although Aaron Smith at international level seems to step up quite nicely. Good combination between him and Retallick, I always notice, which sounds weird to say a halfback and a lock as the ones to watch out for, but yeah, those two work extremely well together. Perifeta, sorry, I should say. Misses that kick. Like I said, it hasn't really been a good night for goal kicking. Everyone's been struggling. And just goes over Mark Talia. Making it look easy. Let's go with 26-27 score then. How about 24 now to 27? Seeing as, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Scoreboard. Aaron takes a step. That's a problem, says Mr. JJ. And 24-23 final score, says Connor. Back 31-20 for the Blues. Right. So Lisi Reasi might have a bit of an injury here. So that means that Jamie Booth might have to be the replacement that they do go with. They've still got 15 minutes to go here. Injuries, the last thing you want to see at this time of the year. Definitely with All Black international selections just around the corner. Smith is the top 10 halfback of all time. Webber, not on that list, says Junior Ryder. Jamie McIntosh saying they need to get down the right end of the field. I'll take that, but Canes need 2 more tries, says Kerr. They certainly do, and they've got 15 minutes to do it. Looking at the odds at the moment, they are sitting $13 underdogs, which is not impossible. We saw Moana Pacifica, they were sitting $36 underdogs, and they almost won their game. Blues playing higher IQ rugby now. Canes on catch-up. Spoden Barrett scored. He is not, because he has not taken part in this game. It's kicked off. Nicely taken by Tuipulotu. Actually set up the rolling maul straight away here for the Blues, trying to get maybe the early penalty, and they get it because Asafa Moore is an idiot, and that is going to be the penalty to the Blues. In through the side. Get him off the field. He hasn't had a good game, unfortunately. Asafa Moore. And is Kane still on? Kane. Sam Kane? Is that who we're talking about? They have made the change. Jamie Booth now out there on the park as Geordie Barrett scored. He is not. And also AB's wingers this year, says Bob Log. I think they'll probably go Clark and Whaiananuku for that left wing side. I'd like to see Stevenson, if he's not selected as a fullback, I'd like to see him as one of the wing options for them. Mark Talia's really put his name in the hat for it. Finley Christie not giving the ball up. Number 9 offside. Penalty goes the way of the Hurricanes. Geordie Barrett takes it quickly. Decent kick down towards the 22 now. And 29 points to 20 in favour of the Blues, says Amazing One. And who has scored? Says Jackson. Well, Mark Talia has got 3 tries. We have also seen a try early on for Hoskins Atutu. And then alongside that, we've seen the Hurricanes have Roygaard score. And then also they had the try of Billy Proctor. Nicely taken. That was probably the first good line out that Asafa Moore has thrown today. Roigard on the wing, Roigard everywhere. Yeah, handy player to have. I'm looking around for him at the moment, but yeah, I think he's found himself out on that left wing, around the side of the breakdown. Ardie Savia starts driving the legs. I see Breno Iosi now on the field. I'm not too sure whether or not that is for Duplessis Karifi. No, it doesn't look like it. He's still out there on the park. Out to Geordie Barrett, who now straightens with his run. Big carry forward at James Tucker, who just came back for the Chiefs in the centres. Says Mr. JJ, you're talking Tupaia? I don't think he's back yet. And also we have got there Roigard. There's Bob Log. Alright, going for the penalty. Would make it 6 points. Ardie Savia wants the scrum though. Sam Cane napping. Says Tony, yeah, maybe before the next game. And replace the Canes hooker. Says JSP, yeah, Asafa Moy, he's had a shocking game. And to be honest, it's really probably hurting his AB's selection. Not just, like, you can have an off day, but those lineouts consistently have not been great. And I thought he was working on it. But it seems like now it's kind of reversed. That's a lovely kit that Ardie Savia's got on himself there. A swirl. Now, I'm picking Duplessis Karifi to score here. It's the prediction. But then probably Roigard out on the wings, probably a better option for them to use. Here we go. Scrum going down. Big push there from the Hurricanes. They've got the advantage. Ardie Savia runs round the side, gets within a metre. Right, where's Karifi? There's like 7 forwards who all want to crack. You can see them all searching for it. The question is, should they go for it? Or should they, oh, he's knocked the ball on. They shouldn't have gone for it. They're going back for another penalty. This must be close to yellow card territory. I feel the decision making from the Hurricanes, it's just been a little bit off in this game. Mark could score another 1 or 2 tries and go the Blues 36-18. Says David, and how long left in the match? Currently still another 11 minutes remaining. Right, I would say that they're going for the scrum again, and that is exactly what they decide. So it's a big push. You've got the advantage. Normally the big thing to do is send it out wide while you're close. Definitely with how long it did take to get out of that breakdown. Just didn't release it. I'm pretty sure Satyrs and the Blues got dominant the World Cup team, or should dominate the World Cup team. They have the most formed players. Chiefs, that's another story on Blackadder, to make a miraculous recovery to take the AB7. This is an amazing one. Go another scrum here. It's a big push from the Canes again. Scrum stays strong though. Duplessis Karifi breaking off the side. Now Savia goes to Naholo, who scores in the corner. And the Canes are back in the contest. I was hinting at Brown coming back, and Canes not playing smart now, says Tony. And Canes got the try. Certainly do. 20 points to 24 at the moment. 1 try for Kenny Naholo tonight. 7 for his career. Very nicely done. Just charging for the corner. Savia, he's too dangerous to leave him unmarked. Which is why so many defenders got lured in there. Clark off his wing. Kenny Naholo strikes. And let's go the Blues, says Tui. You watch, she's certainly going to be a close finish. It's a great pass. And also Canes, says Kerr. And also final score 24 to 25. Right, Geordie Barrett has not nailed any kicks really today. I'll be honest, this one from the sideline I don't think will be any different, just because if he's not striking them well, he's just not going to be able to get this one over, I wouldn't think. Most points scored this season. He's slowly creeping up there. But from the touchline, nah, he shanked it terribly out to the left-hand side. So that will keep the score sitting at 24 points to 20. Go the Hurricanes, says Teula. And also, is the Barbars match on TV today? Not today, but tomorrow is when that one is going to be taking place. So yeah, be sure. Keep an eye out for that one. And otherwise winning, says Bob Log. The Waratahs did not win their game against the Crusaders, unfortunately. Kenny Naholo takes that catch nicely. Good work from Caleb Clark with the low tackle. So they will have to kick this one downfield now. Let's go, Blues. Says Tui again. Jamie Booth kicks downfield. Doesn't find touch. This is now dangerous because Zahn Sullivan has a lot of time to decide. Goes for the cross kick. Straight to Bryce Eam, who has wrestled down, slid into touch. I thought he was out, but they're going to say continue, play on. Great swoop in there from the youngster Brett Cameron. Goes off to Josh Morby. I have to say that he was very close to being in touch. Now Roygaard. Rolling it back. There we go. The Wires, the Warriors, sorry, rather than the Waratahs. Chiefs at full stream today, or are there any stars rested? I mean, they've got Sean Stevenson coming off the bench rather than starting. Just looking at that one again, it did look like Zahn Sullivan may have brushed the touchline. Who will win the URC final, Hamish? If Munster turn up like they did up against Leinster, it could be very close. But if they don't, then I think the Stormers will slowly just break through. Oh, what a ball to Rico Ioane. And that will be the try and possibly the deciding factor. What matches are you streaming, CZ? We have still got the Brumbies versus Chiefs just around the corner. And then also alongside that, we will be doing the matchups of the Gallagher Premiership final between Sale and Saracens, and also the URC final between Munster and the Stormers. So in total, we will have around 12 to 13 hours worth of streams live on the channel throughout this day. So quite a few. I'm not going to have a voice on Sunday. That's pretty much guaranteed. Just got to pick up the ball being used today. Kicking explained by that. The weighted ball, eh? Do not kick. Written on it as well. That's the thing. It just doesn't look like he's kicking it at all well. Did I go dark when I look at this? Do I disappear when I look at that, ladies and gentlemen? Or was it just my screen adjusting? Do let me know, because I swear that it went dark. That kick has gone over, though. And that will now make the score 31 points to 20. Games over end up there. It's over. And who do you tip to win today / later game, says Ed. I mean, I'm always terrible at predictions, as you guys know. I think the Chiefs might sneak a win over the Brumbies, and then I'd say Saracens and the Stormers to win the other two. And Slurry Kane and no ball goods. No, still here. Okay, so that was weird. Every time I clicked on Discord, it would like make this screen go black, which was confusing. Rico to score the last try, says amazing. Well, at the moment, he's currently done that, unless there's another one. It's stopped, says David. And now 40 metres out from the line. Jamie Booth goes to Franks. Ball across now to Josh Morby. Space Stunner. Oh, did he drop that? He has. It's going to be kicked forward. Knock on again. And heat not an issue for Munster Island. Hotter than Cape Town today, says Joseph. And how many minutes left? Currently, we have still got another 5 minutes remaining. I have my Munster jersey ready to go for the Munster match. I might not talk to you the rest of this weekend, buddy, says Kerr there. And also 6 more tries to pass Dougie Howlett there as well. Now 4 minutes remaining. Right, team. Like I mentioned in that preview or the lineups video, I pretty much said he's one of those players who's going to give you 110% no matter where he is on the field. I got old Johnny Booth, or Jamie Booth, or Johnny. Hey, let's go the Blues, says Tui. And there as well. So the scrum feed will be in favour of the Blues. All about to go in. Sam Knock. Oh, slipped through the hands there. Possession for the Hurricanes. He picks it up nicely. Now Kenny Naholo charging. Oh, that looked high. He's over the line. Is it down? Caleb Clark got him well. That's a try for Kenny Naholo. I couldn't tell if it had gone over or not, but it is going to be another one for the Canes. They're back in the contest, ladies and gentlemen. And Julian needs one more try to go above Israel Folau and Dougie. Super Rugby all times. Says Nate, we have got a donation from Kurt, the first of the day. Thank you very much, mate. We will quickly see what hippo that is. I assume it's not the hype one because it isn't the... I know that the hype hippo is £5, isn't it? if I'm not wrong. So looking here at what the hippo is, yellow card as well. Massive. So I believe that's going to be for Clark. No, Brett Cameron actually taking it over next time with the fist. Although maybe that was the deciding or the switching momentum. Well, awesome donation. He's missed as well. Brett Cameron's missed. Imagine if they get the final try in the last 2.5 minutes and they miss it. That would be like Moana Pacifica all over again. And we were 2 tries tonight, says Mr. JJ. A great offload to Kenny Naholo. Big shot from Caleb Clark coming in. But they didn't quite stop him from getting that ball down eventually. A massive effort there. We've got another donation. That one, it is going to be the GG from Nate. I wonder if that was before or after the try. And they were all missing it. They are. It doesn't seem like kicking tees are really working at this stage. And what's wrong with this goal kicking? Now the Hurricanes, they don't have the ball. Caleb Clark drops it. Gives it off to Marcel Renata. Now on the outside. Zahn Sullivan goes to Bryceem, grubbers him on. Here comes Mark D'Elia. No one gets it. Oh, he's picked it up and it's another try for the Blues. That is the end of the game. And he's got himself his 4th try of the contest. Everything that man touches turns to gold. And that will be enough to get the victory. Minutes, please, says Tui. It is currently 78.5 minutes gone in this contest. That's the game, says Nov Mama. Let's go, says the Uso. And good game after, boss. And celebrate, says Tui. And to say those donations, probably going to end up paying for the Christchurch hotel room next weekend for the holiday trip. So that'll be nice. I'm looking at one with breakfast. I feel like breakfast is a bloody good thing, isn't it? And still got the Blues for you. And watching from Sydney, originally from Okahukura, Central Plateau, says Hona there. And also 8 minutes of overtime, says Bob Lock GG. Well played the Blues, and Talia is on fire, says Spider Miki. Certainly is. Mark Leo OMG, what a try, says Marco Vonapola. And good game, buddy. 2 great teams, says Kerr. And there as well. And remind me again how many players get selected for the World Cup squad. I think it depends. I think you can have a maximum of 50. Is that correct? Yeah, I'm not too sure. This is actually the first World Cup that I'm going to be watching in a very long time. And not just because it's been 4 years since the last one. I didn't actually watch much of the last World Cup. That was before we were in our YouTube. That's going to miss as well. And thank you for the victory. Now only 10 seconds remaining. The Hurricanes can still try and get themselves the bonus point. The finger was a general game finger. FYI, not to you. Time was not ideal. And 33, says Stephen Mutz. And what a year Talia's having, phenomenal player. And my guy, 2 great teams. And Talia is a half, sorry. Oh, that's going to be the knock-on. End of the game. When you're always on attack mode, says Amazing One. So that means that the Hurricanes will walk away with the bonus point victory over, or sorry, not the bonus point, but the Hurricanes will not have the bonus point. 36 points to 25. Back and forth. I'm glad that it was a high scoring game for the rainy conditions. And can you see what his Rayasi AB debut? No, don't think so. Plus he got an injury in this game, so that probably makes it even harder for him. Sven has said 80 minutes. What a game, says Kawasi. Yeah, what a game of rugby between the two sides. I'll be there to watch the Chiefs play, bro, says Cullen. And yeah, that will be the next matchup that we are covering on the channel. It is going to be the game between the Chiefs and the Brumbies. We got the clapping from Kerr there. Since over to the Warriors, as don't like the Blues fans, so up themselves, since says Shane. And to the Warriors, Hamish, says Tony, not today. We have got the next live stream, which is going to be Brumbies versus Chiefs. Is just around the corner. If they got their kicks, that's the thing. Kicks are one of those ones that can be crucial in a game of rugby. But no one seemed to be able to kick today, other than early on. I think it was Stephen Petafeta. Or sorry, not Petafeta, it was Harry Plummer. Didn't do too badly off the tee. Talia ticket to France is confirmed, I think, says Ed. And also, I imagine Talia, Stevenson, and Jordan in the back three. It would be dangerous. Even having someone like a Whainā Nuku out on that left wing. Maybe Caleb Clark to an extent. Still be a pretty good combination. 12-6 to the Broncos, says Shane. And Canes, no drinks, please. Useless Hurricanes kickers, says Marco. There's one, Mark Talia, big smile on his face. Best player in the match, hugging the worst player in the match, Asafa Moore. That sounds harsh, but that line out was so crucial for them. So what about international kits? Says Kerr. Is this my international kit wish list? I mean, the All Blacks is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's one of those kits that once you've got one, like, because I currently have one in the wardrobe, once you've got one, they don't really, like, change that much, do they? Who else has a nice kit? Well, I was going to say Ireland, but then I was thinking of the green screen, so I'd be half invisible, which would be quite funny. Scotland kit looks relatively nice. International kits are hard, aren't they? Because it's like, you feel like when you wear them, you should be slightly supporting that side or representing them. I don't know. I feel Scotland kit in time for the World Cup could be a shout. I mean, it could be. I'm going to be all decked out, ready to go. But speaking of decked out, well, not really decked out. Well, I guess decked out to a certain extent. He's got a kit on, ladies and gentlemen. I have got a guest who's just about to jump on the channel for a very short little gap after the game. He's a happy man because he's a Blues supporter. Could have been a different story if it was the other way around in the result. But ladies and gentlemen, here is Tim from Rugby Itch. Hello, Timothy.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was just just up and down really of a game, but overall, just happy as a Blues fan. Martelea, it's another reason why Martelea is the best player on the earth. But oh my gosh, just unbelievable. It kind of reminded me of like I think there was one game where Leicester, I think, scored like 4 tries or like 3 or 4 tries, and I was just like, I was so impressed. This, like, arguably is like is better than that. And a lot of you may not remember that game for Leicester, but it was a great game by him. But this, oh my gosh, Martelea, just I'm lost for words.
So are you saying Rico Ioane, of course, is your guy? Has Talia now become your main guy in the Blues side, or is it still Rico?
It's still Rico. Rico's always gonna be my guy. And the thing is, he got the in my opinion all important try really to kind of solidify the win. I mean, again, they did actually get one try after the Hurricanes, but again, like, that was probably the most important try really, because that kind of like just showed that the Blues got the win overall. But just a great game. I mean, a lot of the Blues players stood out. I mean, like you said, Reiko, in all honesty, he didn't actually have the best of games. I mean, he only had a few moments. Like, he wasn't really a part of the play as much. He got the try in the end, so fair enough to him. But if I had to say the 3 players besides Martelea, because I think Martelea is the obvious player to talk about, but if I'm talking about 3 other players who really stood out within this game, I'd say Bryce Heem. I thought it was pretty impressive. Yeah. He had a few try assists in there, and I think, did he get a try? I'm not sure if he did, but
not was pretty quite, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was impressive though. I thought. I mean, Patrick Tupeloto, I thought he had a big game actually for the Blues in terms of the runouts and all that. I'd say the same for actually. I mean, Plummer at times is pretty good. He had on and off moments, so I'm not going to give. Christie was alright. I'll say it's a 2-2 actually. I'd say it's a 2-2. I thought he was just good in terms of runouts again. Really important in terms of that position. So I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. And Tony has, but Tim, the best looking man in rugby. I'm sending the missus to another room. Got the stash going as well. Where's that?
That's what everyone's been mentioning recently. Yeah, I've been growing it just try it out, just see it for the. I was shaving and I was like, you know what? I've never done this before. Like, I must just I'll try a stash because I always. I mean, to be fair, I could actually go a full beard if I wanted to. Actually, in a space of 3 weeks, I've done a full, like an actual all the way around. Yeah, everything. So, but no, we'll see what happens. But you should have a yellow top on it.
Tell you what, I love the Hurricanes kit though. You'd admit that's a very nice strip, isn't it?
I mean, let me just here because I saw you were quickly going off the kits. I actually have one of the Hurricanes kits, which I bought back in the day.
Back in the day.
I think it's a 2021. I could be wrong. But...
It's pretty good shipping, to be fair. 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
Shipping to the South Island.
But here we go.
Nice.
This is the one here.
Oh yeah, that's 2021, is it?
I'm not sure which one it is, but it's a good kit, I think, overall. Like, It's just We have
Nice
the
yellow.
what is it? The Super Rugby logo there. It's not the one with sky, if it makes sense, on the sleeve. But it's a decent yellow. I mean, I do like the one that you were on about before with the what's it called? There is one is it the 20? They have blue on it. It's a bit of blue on the there you go. There you go. Yeah, that one I think is pretty nice as well. Because again, I don't know. I mean, again, this is where I've had this conversation before with a lot of people, but like how jerseys, like that would be a good jersey where you could like, I don't know, customize it, like where you can put your name on the back, or you could put like your number. There's a lot of jerseys where you could actually do that. Like where I know, like, I mean, the Blues. I mean, I'd love a Blues jersey, like if it was like customized. I think that's what Super Rugby should do actually in the future. Because again, I know a lot of international. I mean, I think England have done it a few times now.
Yeah.
A lot of the Six Nations clubs, Six Nations teams have done it, but I'm not sure if it's continued there. So we'll see. But yeah, a good kit from the Blues. Again, I'm actually still more of a fan of this kit because I like the color of this one compared to that one. But I think the Blues will get a new kit. I think next year. I could be wrong, but
I think so because they did keep the same kit 2 years in a row. Most of these.
That's what happens.
Didn't they?
It's every 2 years they switch the kit. I think that's the way it works.
Is it? I thought they kind of went quick fire, bang, bang. I think this was the
No.
2000. That's the one you've got, isn't it?
Yes, that's the one I have. But for the Blues, it's every 2 years. I mean, maybe it's different for the Hurricanes. I don't know, but like I know, especially for the Blues, because I've been I've been trying to get their kit for the whole. What was?
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
That's the Hurricanes 2020 or 2019. She's just not
No.
nice, is she?
Yeah, it's not a good kit. I don't really. Yeah, that's not the best one.
No, we're all in agreement. The new one's the nice silky one.
Oh,
I love the
it's
2000.
decent. Yeah.
2016 Canes kit too. The Highlanders need to improve home and away
Yeah.
jerseys. I would say out of all the teams, the Highlanders kit, it probably has the least,
Oh yeah.
I guess, impact
I don't
in
like
terms of what. Yeah,
I used to love their old jersey. That's the thing is, Highlanders is the only New Zealand team out of all the New Zealand teams that I don't have a jersey for. But there's a reason for it because it's just not. They're not the best anymore. Like if I got one of the old ones in the past, then yes, I would then get it. But it's one of those like where right now it's just not the best jersey. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe in the future they produce a better one. So we'll see what happens there.
yeah. I guess anyone who is just tuning in now, 36 points to 25. The end score in this contest. The Blues walk away with 4 points. The Hurricanes walk away with none. That will be very big heading into those quarter and semi-final fixtures. Landers and maroon colours. I did quite enjoy their Southland kit that they did have. Seen on Discord, says Kerr. We got. Oh yeah, that straight away reminds me of Bowden Barrett.
Which one?
And I'm going to show you this kit.
Okay.
And you're going to straight away, you're going to name one player other than Bowden Barrett that this kit reminds you of, okay? That's going to be our game.
Okay.
Doesn't it sound fun? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Who does this kit remind you of?
Oh, you are right. That it is Bowden Barrett. But if I had to think of another player, I would say TJ Perenara.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Young
Because
TJ.
I always felt like, that's a TJ kit actually. Because the thing is that he would score so many tries, I believe, in that period of time. It's like, I think that's why I'm thinking of him a lot with that kit.
Corey Jane's another one.
Oh, he's one of my favorite players, by the way, ever. Corey Jane. Like, because like I went to the 2011 Rugby World Cup, and he was like my favorite player from the All Blacks in that game. Like, because he was just catching every high ball in the air, and no one was able to stop him. He was just like doing offloads, and I was like, "Ooh!" He was like putting some sauce on them. But it was just Corey Jane's a very underrated player, I think, in terms of what he did for the All Blacks. Get the scoreboard off. Now we need it. We need it, man.
Yeah, we go like this. Yeah.
The game was cancelled.
There you go.
Nice. I like
Perfect.
that. I like that.
Sorry, everyone. Game didn't happen.
Yeah, game was cancelled there, guys. We're just
no
talking
score. Just talking. Yeah, too wet. Yeah. Nonetheless, I think that is going to be the end of this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We've got another game just around the corner. Are you doing Brumbies Chiefs? You are?
Yeah, I'm doing that as well.
Nice. Study going all good as well?
Yeah, no, literally, I'm submitting my last assignment on Monday, and then I'll be done with term 2. So it's kind of good. Then I'll have like a week essentially off. Like I'm just not doing anything, and then I'll have to kind of get into the process where I have to start writing my very, very long thesis. But at the same time, because it's the only thing I'm concentrating on, it means that I have more time for YouTube. So I'm looking forward to post a lot of videos involving the playoffs or Super Rugby, the Rugby Championship, and of course, Rugby World Cup content. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, hopefully the Chiefs go all right in the next game, or you want the Brumbies to win?
Oh no, I want the Chiefs to win.
Okay, I was just checking. I was just
no, because the thing is that like if you look at the table, the Blues are now ahead of the Brumbies by 1 point, and even if the Brumbies lose and they get that losing bonus point, the Blues will still be ahead on goal difference. So I'm really hoping that the Chiefs just win. That's really just what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we'll see what happens. See
how it goes. Oh well. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. First Glasgow, now the Canes. Don't worry, Kerr, I should say. They're still in the top 8. They could be 8 and they'll come back and win the whole thing for you.
Yeah. I mean, most likely the Hurricanes will face the Brumbies away for the playoffs.
Ew.
That'll be they've lost there before. So that's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah. And the Blues will get the Waratahs for the meantime. And that we'll take that as a home game. So we'll see what happens there.
Alrighty. Oh well, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in about 30 minutes or so for that next live stream. We'll see you all for the next one.